looking at gates for Baldur's Gate, I know a lot of people have been hyped that Gate is going to be a land type coming back. These were revealed today: Sea Gate, Manor Gate, Citadel, Cliff Gate, and Black Dragon Gate. That's one of each color, and they're a little different this time. They enter the battlefield tapped, which is normal, but enter the battlefield, choose a color other than green in the example of Manor Gate, and then it's tapped to add green or 1 mana of the chosen color. These are sort of like that land cycle that we got a few sets back, where it was basically the same thing as this. You choose a color other than that color, and the color it can tap for the color it taps for and for the chosen color. That's a really good way
that's actually, I mean, it's amazing mana fixing for limited.
Oh yeah,
it's like the best thing that you could possibly do. You know, it's like, all right, if I'm in this color,
the thriving lands, exactly. Darth Brando and Photon and Vild, yeah, those thriving lands. It's a good mechanic. It's a way to make these viable. We've got a utility one here with Heap Gate.
Right.
Add a mana of any color so it filters, and then pay 1, tap it, tap and untap gate you control, create a treasure token. That seems pretty strong, especially at common.
I'm just happy that one taps for colorless. It's a useless card if it doesn't at least tap for colorless, and thankfully it does.
Yeah. Yeah, so we saw this one here. Gon's Gate enters the battlefield. Gates you control enter the battlefield untapped. It just straight up tells you that your gates are now minus the only drawback of gates. Gon's Gate seems like it's going to be pretty huge. You know, it's disappointing that old Golos had to die, because
I think that there's something that's going to happen here, and it's just going to be scape shift, go grab all your gates, and Maze's End win. I don't see how that doesn't happen, because it used to be that you had to protect your gates,
right?
And then because there's so few of them, but now, you know, some can get hit by a land destruction. That's fine. You know, you're still going to be able to scape shift into it. I mean, or gate shift, jank. There you go. Yeah, that's what I would call this deck. It would be called Gate Shift. Always go grab your Maze's End. Make sure that you grab all your gates. Ramp. Run a few tutor spells. And go get the combo win. I mean, we should take a look at Maze's End and see where that price went. I guess, we can look at Baldur's Gate first. That's my bad.
We'll pull Maze's End up so we can look at it. But Baldur's Gate, it's a 2-cost filter. You sort of got Cabal Coffers here, but it's counting gates instead of swamps. So,
I mean, this is a huge card. Obviously, this is one that you would run in the gate deck, and it is a Cabal Coffers for gates. I mean, it's pretty strong. It's really good.
Maze's End up to $10. Dragon's Maze only printing in Dragon's Maze. That is strange.
I would look at eBay and just see what is the lowest possible price. That's what I'm going to look up right now.
Here, look, Jake, you wanted to see if it spiked? I'd say it's a pretty good bet that if you go search on Twitter, somewhere on April 15th, Wizards tweeted the fact that gates were going to be a mechanic in Baldur's Gate. And this card has more than doubled. Doubled.
So I'm seeing like the promo is still around like $5 to $6, and then you can get a non-foil copy for around the same price. 8. I see 8s. This is a card that when it first came out, it was very much a meme, but you can see how your memes suddenly turn into dreams. That's right. The meme becomes a dream. We have 330 people watching, and that is freaking awesome. Can you help us get to 169 likes? And if you are hanging out and you are enjoying the stream, then make sure to click like and subscribe. We will have many more streams, including one tomorrow where we're going to open some Japanese War of the Spark and finish off a case for Space Station 2, which is going to be a blast. So definitely hit subscribe if you are enjoying yourself.
So I think we'd be remiss not to mention the Gate Commander, which is Nine-Fingers Keene. First off, Ward of pay 9 life. Nine-Fingers can't be targeted unless you pay 9 life. That's pretty insane, and I like how it plays with how many fingers they have. Whenever Nine-Fingers Keene deals combat damage to a player, side note, has menace, very cool. Look at the top 9 cards of your library. You can put a gate card from among them onto the battlefield. Then if you control 9 or more gates, put the rest into your hand. Otherwise, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Look at the top 9 cards. If you have 9 gates,
the thing
you get
about
9
this
cards.
Is this is only blue, green, and black gates.
That is
so
correct.
You don't get to run the other ones. So this one is going to be a little bit more difficult to live the dream. One thing I would look out for is I would just expect foil gates to be expensive. That meme just by itself, the fact that those lands, even though they're commons, I do expect the foils of those to be a slight premium. Probably not too much, but it's going to be something that people are interested in.
Plaza of Harmony is going to be relevant. Look for foils of Plaza of Harmony to take a nice little jump over the next couple weeks.
Right.
All of these are commons. I'd search the foils if you have any of these that are recent. If you control 2 or more gates, you may draw a card. 4 mana for a 2/4. You can draw cards better than that, homie. I like Gatebreaker Ram, Vigi Trample. If you've got 2 or more gates and it gets +1/+1 for each gate you control, it's flavorful and it can be strong. Guild Summit is pretty excellent too. Whenever it enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Relevant that plays with Keene. That's a really good one to play with Keene. And I will say, Jake, these colors, this trio of colors is probably the right trio of colors for a land-based deck, because you're going to be, if you want to, you can be milling your library into your graveyard. You can be doing a ton of dredge stuff, drawing cards, looking for, tutoring the stuff up with the black and the blue. Green is your scape shift for the victory.
Right.
It is the right colors if you're going to pick 3.
I did go ahead and look this up. A foil gate, lowest on eBay for a foil gate of any gate, a guild gate, is $1. So I would expect, especially if this deck takes off in any kind of meaningful way, I would expect the needle to at least move a little bit on these. Not financial advice, but yeah, that's interesting. At least the gates that you pull in this set, if you do pull them, are going to have some sort of relevance in a commander format, a commander setting.
Yeah. So Baldur's Gate, it's nice that they have added that as a mechanic. It's a narrow deck, I mean, it's like, this is my gate deck. There's probably a variance of 120 to 150 different cards that you can put in there, right? Because with a gate deck, say I'm building a Nine-Fingers Gate deck, you gotta have, there's probably 20 cards that just are automatically in there, have to be there for the synergy. Maybe even a few more than that. So it's a narrow strategy, but it's got support.
Yeah, I think so. Gateway Plaza from War of the Spark. That's one I haven't thought about in a long time.
Yeah.
That's a...
What was that? What was this? This was a big land.
Add 1 mana of any color.
It wasn't called Gateway Plaza back in the Rupture Spire. When we first started playing
essentially
Commander,
Ruptured Spire.
Right.
Yeah.
Rupture Spire was a huge card in Commander right when we started playing. But it has since
This is
fallen
definitely
by the
the
wayside.
edgiest gate. This is the gate that you don't want to go into at all.
We don't go to
This
Gateway
is the
Plaza.
gateway to hell. This is the gateway to hell.
Well, this is right where Bolus started his thing, right? His whole attack. Because that story was great.
We don't want to mess around with that. Yeah.
Anyway, Baldur's Gate, cool that they're supporting it. It's a narrow deck, but if it's got the cards to support it, rock and roll. Have fun with your gates.